and voice for the world. Sadguru for the Body Bench conversation with Ishwarya DKS Hegde. Check. Sadguru, I must be blessed. I must be the first person calling you my buddy. I must be the first person calling you my buddy.
Calling?
Buddy.
Oh, should I sit there?
You can if you wish to. I'm so close that all your energy will pass to me.
Karacharana kritam va kayajam karmajam va shravana nayanajam va manasam va aparadham vihitam avihitam va sarvametat-kshamasva. Jaya Jaya Karunabdhe, Jaya Jaya Karunabdhe. Am Shri Mahadeva Shambho. Namaskaram, everyone. I'll give you some questions.
Namaskara, Sadguru.
In the examinations, I've seen people, I never cared but I didn't do those things, but I've seen people copying answers, but you're copying questions.
If I have to match your intellect, Sadguru, I need to come prepared. Now I've come prepared for an examination just like we have open book examinations.
Somebody said that monitor properly, it's very loud but I can't hear the words.
I said, you're so intellectual, Sadguru, I need to come prepared and have an open book examination if I have to sit next to you. Closed book might not work with me.
No, there is no such problem here because you don't have to answer anything. And the advantage of your situation is, see, a question can never be wrong, an answer can be wrong. So the problem is completely on me. So, how to make sure that you don't ask a wrong question is, don't try to ask a smart question. Just ask a question that means something to you, because question is a tool to dig a little deeper. Question is not a tool to exhibit how smart we are. Question is a genuine tool to dig little deeper than where we are. You dig?
Sadguru, as we're celebrating Teachers' Day today and you have a circle full of educators sitting in front of you…
It's making my head spin, I've never been among so many teachers.
Today I made a statement. I said teachers are going to be the next nation builders. How do you think we can do this?
See, these are all things that have been said plenty about teachers being the nation builders and all that, which it is true, because nation is not just land, nation is people. Tomorrow's people are children, all right? So teachers have a significant influence. But we must understand this. Let's say 50 years ago, if a child is growing up in a family, maybe 60–70% of the influence were parents and grandparents. 20–30% influence was teachers. Maybe 10–15–20% were friends and neighbors and stuff. But today that equation is completely changed. You don't know who is influencing them, first of all. From where they're influencing them, what is their intent, you don't know anymore. A child is no more being influenced by those who love and care for the child. They're influenced by commercial forces, they're influenced by all sorts of people. Not everybody may be bad, but they don't have any personal care for that little child. So it's a very different world. And 50, 100 years ago, see, it's like this, I'm not trying to insult the teachers, with utmost respect I'm saying this. This has been the way. If you read 3 books, you become a school teacher. If you read 10 books, the number is just irrelevant. 10 books you read, you become a professor. You just read 1 book, you become an agent of God, all right? Somehow. And I read nothing, people say I'm a mystic. So, there has been a problem in the world how we identify people. These things have happened because I remember, I lived in a remote place in the Mysore district where I had a farm. The husband, it's a very romantic story I'm telling you. The husband of a young woman is traveling outside in the village. So he is going away for 5-6 weeks. So, he writes 5 letters. Who is writing the letter? The wife is writing the letter to him. He is writing on behalf of the wife. 5 letters, she can't read, so he gives it to her. Every Monday, she will post this and he will get it. Arey, don't laugh, it's very romantic. And when people get letters, their personal letters, they have to go to somebody, postmaster, please read it for me. When this was the case, somebody who's read a book suddenly got elevated. Things have changed, we need to understand it. A lot of people are not understanding. So people are coming and asking, Sadguru, my children, they don't value the grandmother. Well, the grandmother has to elevate herself because she has to compete with Google Granny. Whatever you did not know, you went to the elders. Nobody is going to the elders because the elders do not know much. So, the world has changed, we must understand the education has to move from information to inspiration. Information is no more valuable, anybody can get it. What your science teacher does not know, a third standard child may know because he's looked at something. Not that he knows everything, but a specific information. So, this is the age where information is free for all. What is missing is inspiration. Because inspiration means whatever fuel you have, your energy, when I say fuel, your intelligence, your energy, your information, whatever you have, how far this rocket flies depends on how inspired it is. This inspiration is something that teachers can do. Parents, generally today, most of them at least, both the parents are working, full-time jobs, not part-time jobs, full-time jobs. And answering child's question is a goddamn full-time job by itself. Hello? So nobody has the time or the energy because when father was always like this, when he came home he was irritated because his profession, his problem, whatever. Now mother is also coming home in the same condition. She also is exhausted and maybe she has to cook also. So she thinks if she provides nourishment, her thing is done because by then she is done anyway, physically, I mean. So, considering all these things, above all, technology is moving in a direction where information will be of no value. It's all there. What you would know after doing 10 PhDs, my phone knows. Yes? So when this is the case, we need to change the role of the teachers to become powerhouses of inspiration for the children. In some way, parents are always asking me, Sadhguru, what to do, children don't listen to me? Maybe you're not worth listening to. Why don't you… See, instead of earning that position, you're asking how to manipulate yourself into that position. Your child listened to you when it was an infant because it doesn't know nothing, totally helpless in your lap. The moment he finds his feet, he knows things. At least he thinks he knows things, but definitely he knows life better than you, in the sense. Between you and your child, who is more joyful? Child. Who should be a consultant for life? Someone who knows how to be joyful without any reason. He should be consultant, or people library on their head, they should be consultants for life. Definitely not, isn't it? So it's very important. I tell the parents, you must become a superstar in the eyes of your child, okay? My child doesn't listen to me. He won't listen to you. No child listens to any adult because adults are stupid. Now when I say stupid, if you sit here, you have eaten, okay? In Karnataka villages, there is a certain culture. If you see somebody, we don't say, hi, how are you? We say, ಊಟ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Because ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನ್ರಿ ನಿಮಗೆ problem? If you've eaten, what's your problem? That is the problem. It's a human problem that if we don't eat, there is a problem. You've eaten, and then what's your problem? This we call prarabdha. That means it's self-created. I'm sorry, there's an insect on you.
You're there, Sadhguru.
They're all coming for education, maybe. So, this is very important that when a child looks at you, they must think, I want to be like that. Otherwise, they won't listen to you. You must be more joyful, more agile, more exuberant than the child. Then they want to be like you. Your books in your head, they don't want to listen to you because today book in your head means nothing. We're just short of that. In another 3 to 5 years, book in the head means nothing. So before that, we have to galvanize ourselves, transform ourselves in such a way that we become powerhouses of inspiration for the child. Information is there. If you turn on the switch, it is there. Hello? Information is everywhere. It's not necessary, with all due respect to all of you, it is not necessary that 10,000 people here must train to be physics teachers. The best physics teachers have spoken and it's there, it's available everywhere. You don't have to go on doing the same thing. You have to see how to inspire the child, relate that physics to their life. How? When you're walking, what is the physics of walking? It's not simple. Hello? It is not simple, it's too complicated. On a round planet which is spinning, walking on 2 legs is not a simple act. You will know this either, if a few drops between your ears went away, then you will see it's so hard to walk. Or you had a few drops extra, then also it happens.
You spoke about technology, Sadhguru. You told me don't look at the questions I'm asking you. I just heard last night an AI person speaking, and the owner of AI called AI the new god.
AI?
The new god.
Okay.
Is there going to be a conflict with the old god and the new god?
No, not in India. What? In India, if you like this chair, if you go and bow down, nobody will think there's anything wrong with that. There is a rock in your garden, you go and bow down, people think, oh, she's a rock worshipper. This is the beauty of this civilization, that we recognize not a single atom in this universe. See, I'm telling you, with all the science that you know, whatever level of science you are, you still don't know how an atom works, why it works the way it works. Do you know? You don't know. The greatest physicists do not know. So when this is the case, we see the hand of the Creator in everything. If you see an atom, if we can't see, we will bow down. So because we can't see an atom, if we see a rock, it's full of atoms, so we bow down. If we see an insect, we bow down. If we see a cow, we bow down. Tree, rock, whatever, cloud, empty sky, we bow down. Man, woman, child, we bow down. This is because you can't be sitting here without the source of creation functioning within you, isn't it? What's for breakfast today?
Idli.
Idli. See, idli has no resemblance to you. But if you eat it, in 4-5 hours it becomes you, isn't it? So, if I take a idli in my hand and make it into a human being, who would you think I am? Yes, Creator, isn't it? And you are doing it every day in your… not in your hand, but here. You're doing it every day. Everybody is doing it. But they're not noticing it, they're not conscious about it. This is the human predicament. Right now, I just pointed out an insect, but there is a tusker standing here, did you see? Don't turn back, eh? The huge tusker standing here, you do not know, you're not aware, doesn't exist for you, isn't it? Whatever you're not conscious of does not exist for you, however large it may be. You're not conscious of it, it doesn't exist for you. That which makes this creation happen, makes idli into a human being, source of creation or no? If we turn idli into a human being, source of creation or no? Functioning within every one of you or no? But if you are not conscious, it doesn't exist for you. This is the human predicament. So to become conscious that such a thing is happening within me, such a thing is happening in everybody, all of them, I don't know what they've eaten, idli, dosa, chapati, whatever, they're all… Creator is functioning, so when you see them, you bow down. So in this country, in this civilization, new God is never a problem. We have 33 gods and goddesses. But this 33 million happened, 33 million gods and goddesses, this happened when our population was 33 million. Today, we are 1.4 billion, but because of outside influence, we become shy. They all said there's only one God. We felt little shy, too many gods, what to do? See, the problem is this. If I have one God, you have another God, all these people have different gods, we got no problem. Nobody can build an army. If this segment has one God, this segment has another God, there is going to be a fight. Yes or no? So this is a very wise culture that here we have seen the social engineering. What happens? If you do this, after 100 years, what happens? We already know. Because if you throw a stone, where will it go and land? Do you have to wait or do you know? If your throw is good, you know where it'll land. If you're bad, recently I was talking to a very, special forces kind of commando Indian army guy. when I was on the Kailash Yatra, and he was telling me from 2 feet away, he shot, the enemy shot 30 bullets and he missed me. I said, that guy needs some training. He said, no, it's Shiva. I said, all right, Shiva, but that guy lacks training and I'm glad he didn't have the necessary training. 30 bullets from 2 feet and he missed. I said, I'm glad you're here. So I'm saying, it's very important we understand this. Anyway, God is AI. Every culture created their gods, but they've forgotten. In this culture, we remember, we created the gods. Because we saw them as entities, we know how to make shapes and forms, energize them in such a way, they become a new possibility. See, even today, I don't know if this term is still very alive in Karnataka, but in Tamil Nadu, still we refer to all the deities as yantras. Do you? Here also, to some extent? What does the word yantra mean to you in Kannada? A machine, isn't it? So, what is a machine? If you put certain number of forms together and they all work well, let's say it becomes an automobile engine and it takes you places. Similarly, if you put certain energetic forms together, it takes you places. It is a way of empowering ourselves. See, every machine that we have created in this world, everything that human beings have created, nothing new about it. It's just an extension of who we are. See, we can only see till there. See, that guy standing with a lens, okay? Why do you think? He can see more. You stand with a telescope, you can see more. We can hear, we can speak till there, but they will not hear, so we got a microphone, we got a telephone. Everything that we have made is only extension of our present capabilities. Have we invented something that we were not at all capable of? Hello? Have we? No, there is nothing. Every machine, every instrument that we have created is only an extension of what we could do till here, now we want to do till there. We could just talk here, but now we can talk to somebody on the other side of the planet because we have a phone. But if we could not speak, suppose you had no speech, would you make a telephone, I'm asking? So you must understand, all the deities in this country are yantras. We made them with a certain purpose. What we ourselves cannot do, it will do for us. So we created, there are many aspects, let me not go, but just now we have finished Ganesh Chaturthi. So you must understand, we create the God, we worship Him, we live for a few days or weeks as if He's everything, then we drown Him or dissolve Him in water. We make Him, we dissolve Him. This is very important. When you think what you have created is absolute, there is going to be conflict. The moment you think, what I have done is absolute, there is going to be conflict. But we make our gods and dissolve them. Ganesh is not the only one. Across the country, there are many cultures where people make their gods, once in a year they dissolve the god. Because this level of freedom and consciousness existed, there has been a certain dislocation. It's time we bring, if AI is the new god, I have no problem.
Sadhguru, we have a lot of parents sitting in the audience. And as an educator, a lot of parents come to me and say, Aishwarya, I'm so happy, my child is so mature. I just want to ask you, and I've heard from you a number of times, that we need to keep our child in ourselves alive as much as we can. Isn't maturity killing that child and making sure they lose that childhood earlier? How do I answer?
Because probably the only significant thing they've done in their life is reproduction. So they have to go on blowing it up. Learn to look at your child for what they are. No child is fantastic, no child is miserable. They're just a possibility. It all depends how we guide them, how we mold them, because the nature of human existence is like this. I'm sorry, these guys, I thought this is going to rotate. You could speak to these people also.
Sadguru, if you may sit there, a lot of them will see you as well.
So, see, if you were born as a tiger, hey, make some noise, huh? That doesn't sound like a tiger, come on. Okay. See, if you were… lot of people think being a tiger is something better than being a human being. Hello? Lot of people name themselves as tiger, wear tiger claws, tiger teeth, whatever. No, no, in the evolutionary scale of things, a tiger is way behind a human being. So why it's important to have evolved as a human being is, if a tiger is born, all it has to do is just eat well. If it eats well, it'll become a good tiger. You're also born as a human being, as a human child. If you just eat well, you will become like a football, not necessarily become a great human being. After being born as a human being, how many things you have to do to be a good human being, not even great, to be a good human being. When you're just about thinking you're doing well, your teenage children will come and tell you you're no good. Have they told you or no? They will. If they've not told you, they're telling the neighbors. Better they tell you. Because for almost all the creatures, my percentages are just off the cuff, 90% of their life is determined by nature. Only 10% latitude they have to build their own personality. If you take 10 tigers here, oh, okay, no. There will be 10% latitude in their personality, little bit of difference. But if they're all well-fed, they're all about the same tigers. But if you take 10 human beings, where is one, where is the other? Can't compare, isn't it? Because in a human being, only 10% is fixed by nature, 90% is to be made. This means 90% is in your hands. This is very, very important that this generation has missed. Please listen to me carefully. Everywhere in the world, these days you also picked up these things unfortunately. Everywhere in the world, people said, man proposes, God disposes. I don't know what he disposes, but in this culture we told you, your life is your karma. Karma means action. Whose action? My action. My life is my making. This is the only civilization on the planet which recognize that my life is my making, because 90% of who you are is made by you. There may be inputs in the civilization in which you're born, there may be inputs from parents, there may be inputs from the society in which you live, teachers, education, this, that. But still, the same input goes into two people are totally different, in the same house, same parentage, same home, same food, same school. Two children, siblings, one goes like this, another goes like this. Hello? Because same input, but what they make out of it is completely different. So this is very important, this is the crucial crux of this land. This is the future of the world. Do you understand? Next generation doesn't want to be shaped by God. They want to shape their own lives. And this is the only civilization which supports that. It's very, very important this is presented properly and made into an active process in the society that our life is our karma, it's our making, the way we are. If I'm miserable right now, it's me. If I'm joyful right now, it's me. Only then you can create the next moment, the next tomorrow, the way you want it. If I say I'm miserable because maybe God is angry with me, that's the end of it, because we don't know who is a psychiatrist. Hello?
My last question to you, Sadhguru, before I allow the other buddies in the audience to ask you questions. A traveler sees whatever he sees, but a traveler sees whatever he sees, but a tourist goes to intend to see something. Should we all be travelers or tourists in life?
A tourist doesn't see anything. He's like this. Okay? So, a tourist means he's looking for entertainment. If everything is comfortable, he will like it. If things are not comfortable, he will complain how bad Bangalore city is, all right? A traveler means he's come to experience the place. That's how my understanding of traveler is. You can say it in so many ways, but a traveler has come to experience the place. He's not come to see good places. Whatever it is, he wants to experience the way it is. So there is more profoundness to the traveler than the tourist, because tourist doesn't see anything. He has no attention for anything, he's like surface. See, you go to some place, tourist. There is one monument, or there is this building, or this entertainment, you go there, that's it. People of Bangalore, what kind are they? He doesn't want to know. Hello? He doesn't want to meet this one, that one, not interested. He saw that and he took picture also, selfie like this now. Selfie picture. And not as soon as he goes, immediately within few seconds, all his friends know what he saw, what the Bisibele bath looked like. Taken picture of that also and posted everywhere. So, if you live a frivolous life, you're a tourist in this world. If you make a more profound journey, maybe we can call you a traveler. If you make a much more profound journey, we can call you a pilgrim.
Should we take some audience questions, sir?
As you said, if the bout is over, then we…
No, I have sat with you, walked with you, learnt with you. Now I think I give them some space.
No, because the kind of setup you've done, it looks like a boxing ring to me.
Maybe anyone in the audience who would like to ask a question? Isha, yeah, Mike?
Sadhguru here, behind you. Sadhguru, Namaskaram Sadhguru. In today's Gen Z is very, very idealistic than ever. They really care for the social and environmental issues, aspects. Now what I see or what I consider is, this idealism is leading to frustration.
If you're idealistic, you must get frustrated. How else? Because idealism means you don't see reality the way it is. I know in what context you're saying, but let me put that into right context. What we need is not ideals. What we need is more sensible human beings on the planet. See, I want to keep Bangalore city clean, this is my ideal. Arey, you just need little sense to keep it clean, you don't need any great ideal. Hello? Little sense that you don't want to live like a pig. That much sense if you have, you'll keep it clean. Yes or no? So, and this Gen Z, Z or Z is the last alphabet of English language. Gen Z means what? They're the final generation? I want to know, is this the final generation? So, I don't know, everybody is trying to come up with such destructive identities. I am the final word. This is what I was saying. This is a civilization which never supported absolutism. The religions of the world have been promoting absolutism, this is it. No, no, it's not like that, Indians are made like this, if there are 5 people, there are 10 opinions. Hello, each person has minimum 2 opinions, isn't it? And even if the so-called divine entities come, Rama comes, we'll question him, or Krishna comes, we'll question him, or Shiva comes, we'll question him. Nobody is able to give us any commandments because we are full of questions, I must tell you this. Because I just came back from Kailash, but not this year, a few years ago, we were trekking in the mountains and in a very remote place, a small little place somebody had built, and there we are having a little satsang. So there are at least 35 to 36 nationalities with us, and one Indian person who living in United States stands up to ask a question. The question goes on and on and on and on. Nearly 8 minutes, the question is still not complete. All the other nationalities, their eyeballs are rolling, they can't… They're not able to understand what is the question, they're looking like this. I said, please don't get confused, it's an Indian question. We've had over 10,000–15,000 years of practice how to ask a question inside a question, inside a question, inside a question. And he's still going on. I said, stop, because it's already 8 minutes of question. I said, Indians have been practicing how to ask a question. You just look in any of our epics, you say Mahabharat, some guy pops up from the lake and asks questions. You know the story? The Yaksha comes up and asks questions. Nowhere in the world it's like this. Questions are not valued, absolute, this is it. No, this is it in this civilization. So, there's one Chinese lady with us, and she says, Sadguru, I worked in United Nations for 27 years. Even there, only Indians ask the questions. I said, it's in our DNA, question, question, question. Because we are a land of seekers, we are not a land of believers. We seek, doesn't matter. Rama came and said something, Krishna came and said something, we bow down to them, but we ask questions. But because we have to find our own truth, we have to experience our own truth. He's saying it, we respect him, but he's not absolute. We're still asking questions. This is a fantastic culture, this is the culture for the future, not of the past. People are thinking, Bharat is an ancient culture. No, this is the only culture which will fit into the future of this world. So, this Gen Z, I don't know what is next, Gen Z1, Gen Z2. No, that's dangerous because again 27 generations later it'll close. Say Gen Z1, because numbers are limitless. Huh? We can say Gen Z trillion one day, no problem, but this going with the last alphabet is dangerous, not safe for them, because when you think this is the final thing, in many ways you become absolutist. That means you will not seek, that means you will not expand. What I know is everything, this is it. This is it is not the way of life. Right now, okay, this is working, But tomorrow, we don't know. Hello? So, this Gen Z, I don't like to call them that because you mentioned it as a teacher. So, your Gen Z people who are with you, if they're idealistic, I didn't know they're that stupid, I thought they're more practical. But if they become idealistic, it's a big problem. When we were growing up, by the time we're 11, 12, we are all communist, proper communist, wanting to join the armed struggle because we had ideals. Because the situation was quite hopeless in many ways. The only way was we want to turn the whole country upside down, otherwise it's not going to work. But today, the nation is in a much better place. There are many opportunities for the children which we could not even imagine in our time. Now is not the time to be idealistic. It is very important you're pragmatic and sensible and do the right thing. And for this, the most important thing is how you keep yourself. I don't think they're keeping themselves very well because they're… Hello? In another 27 generations, only this may be left. I'm sure in the school you're teaching use and disuse theory. Hello? Too big. Only these may be left. So, it's very important that they become more pragmatic and practical, and it's very important they don't pick up false ideologies. All ideologies are false. Which is the right ideology? There is no right ideology. Human intelligence and humanity in your heart is the right thing to do. Your humanity fired with your intelligence is the best thing to do. My ideology versus your ideology, how many have we killed on this planet? My religion versus your religion, how many have we killed? My belief versus your belief, how many have we killed? Don't establish these things because you are trying to build confidence without clarity. It's a disaster. It's very important. If my vision is clear, I know I should not step here. But if I have confidence, oh, I'm going to come. So, when you have no clarity, confidence is not a bridge, it's a deception. Hello? If you are able to see clearly, that's another matter, you will walk. But I can't see clearly, but I have confidence. Disaster or no? So do not… I know children are being said, you must be confident, self-confident. No, there are methods as to how to bring clarity. If you see clearly, do you need confidence? Say, right now, if I ask you to get up and walk up and down here, do you need confidence? Because you can see. If you make this place pitch dark, then I say walk, you need confidence. Now you will chant your mantra. Call your God and walk, because now you think you need confidence. No, you still need only clarity. Somewhere in life, there are some situations where we may have to jump without knowing what the hell it is. That doesn't need confidence either, that needs courage.
We'll take one more.
And you're very precious. Wonderful. So, see, the whole thing is this. This body, your body, I mean. Were you born like this, Ma? Were you born like this? You were born like this, slowly became like this. What is this Bisibella bath and whatever. Karnataka has a lot of things. All this, like this. Food that you've eaten, isn't it? Or a piece of the planet that we walk upon. So you gathered your body. Am I correct? You gathered this body, yes? Similarly, what you call as my mind is a heap of information and impressions. This also you gathered, you were not born with this the way it is right now. I'm used to talking to live people. This body you gathered, this mind you gathered. So what you gather can belong to you, cannot be you, isn't it? Whatever you gather can belong to you, cannot be you, am I correct? We can say, this is my clothing. You cannot say, this is me. The moment you say, this is me, we know nim hence, consultation is needed. Hello? Maybe not admission, consultation needed. So right now, this is the problem. You're misunderstanding your physiological, but particularly psychological activity as existentially true. What's happening in your head, whatever it is it your making right now? Hello? Right now, whatever is happening in your head, is it your making? Yes. So if it's your making, should it happen the way you want it or against yourself? You're not getting it. See, now your hands, once in a way, these two fingers pop up and poke your eyeballs. You call this a hand, useful hand? It's a disaster. Similarly, maybe once in a way or maybe all the time, your own thoughts and emotions poke you and make you bleed inside. You nuts or no? Oh! All the teachers are admitting in front of the students. See, you're 30, 40, 50 years of age, I'm not going beyond that, okay? And you still don't know how to use your hands, it keeps poking your eyeballs. Totally invalid or no? Similarly, you're 30, 40, 50 years of age, you still don't know how to use your thoughts, how to use your emotions for your well-being. They keep poking you. Crazy or no? Don't think this madness is normal. You're thinking it's normal because there are too many people around you in the same condition. But, no, Sadguru, but you know my husband, what he did, arey, that's what husbands do, ah. Husband, wife, child, mother-in-law, whoever. I'm saying, all these people you acquired thinking this is your well-being, yes or no? But now, thoughts about them are torturing you to death. First of all, your thoughts and your emotions should happen the way you want or no? If they right now happen the way you want, would you keep yourself blissful or miserable? Oh, then you know everything. What am I talking here? You know you need to be blissful, not miserable, because bliss is not the ultimate goal of life. Bliss is the basic ambience that is needed for your body, for your mind, for your intelligence to function at their best. This must be pleasant. If this is unpleasant, your intelligence will poke you. See, if we remove half your brain, you will be quite peaceful. Yes or no? So your intelligence is your problem. Can you beat that? Tell me, is intelligence a solution or a problem? It must be a solution. But for most human beings, that is the only problem they have. If you remove half their brain, they will all sit peaceful like a Buddha. If you remove whole thing, I think they'll be really fantastic. So essentially, the problem is this. You know Charles Darwin, do you teach evolution in the school? I'm asking because in Tennessee we teach something else. So, I'm making it very simplistic for the sake of convenience here. Charles Darwin went about saying something like this: a goat could have become a giraffe over 1,000,000 years. A pig could have become an elephant over many more million years, something like this. But a monkey became a man rather too quickly. So quickly that anthropologists think there is a missing link. You know, the missing… have you found any of you? No. So, it happened so quickly. As per the genetic and DNA sciences, the difference between a chimpanzee and you on the level of your DNA, the DNA difference between you and a chimpanzee is only 1.23%. 1.23% is not much of a difference. Hello? 1.23% big difference, ma? You're not a teacher. You pass anybody for 1.23%? No. 1.23% out of 100? No, you don't pass them for that. So I'm saying you did not pass. From a chimpanzee to human being, only 1.23% difference. I want you to understand, physiologically, that's how close you are to a chimpanzee. But in terms of intelligence and awareness, we're worlds apart from a chimpanzee. That's your problem. That you have an intelligence for which you don't have a stable enough base. Why do you think myself and a few million people constantly talking and trying to bring this to people, what we're calling as inner engineering is because you need to engineer your body, your mind, your chemistry and your energy in a certain way so that this intelligence can fire in favor of you, not against you. You need a stable base. The very purpose of yoga is this, to bring or stabilize the foundation so that superstructure doesn't become a problem. Right now, that is the problem. Now somebody is suffering, somebody wants to kill themselves. You know, most of you might have heard about this about maybe 3.5, 4 years ago. A young woman in Hyderabad, she was a reasonably well-known television anchor. She jumped off the 5th floor window of her apartment and killed herself. She left a note, "Nobody is responsible for my death, my brain is my enemy." I'm saying, this is a 33, 34-year-old woman. In the prime of her life, she jumps off and kills herself because her brain is her enemy. To develop this level of cerebral capability, it took millions of years of evolution. Do you know what it's taken to make an amoeba look like you? Millions of years of work, isn't it? Ceaseless work. And now, your brain is your enemy. This is the human disaster. We must change this. Our brain should not be our enemy. Our brain is the only goddamn friend we have. Hello? If your intelligence works for you, your life is made. If your intelligence works against you, you are finished. Let's make it happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sadhguru. I can keep walking and talking with you all night, but I think it's time for you to have a next flight and go to your next schedule. Give me 5 minutes as we felicitate you. Thank you so much for this, Badgiri, and wishing you a belated happy birthday, Sadhguru, from the entire audience. Sadhguru, it's my tradition. Who sits in my buddy bench writes a note for us.
What is that?
It's a pen. You can write anything you want for everybody in the audience, please.
They want me to write safe soil.
ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ನ್ಯೂಸ್, ಸುದ್ದಿ ಖಚಿತ, ನ್ಯಾಯ ನಿಶ್ಚಿತ.